Welcome to Live, Let, Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and Steve.
Hello.
And welcome back to another exciting episode
of Live,
Let,
Thrive. What is up, Myka, man?
I'm chilling, Stevie Stacks. How you doing?
Good. We've done a few of these, episodes.
Yeah, we're starting to make a comeback.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is episode 224 of your favorite Airbnb, VRBO, home, away, Uber, Lyft, all that fun stuff podcasts in the world, coming at you from Arlington and Fort Worth, Texas.
What is up, man?
Oh, man, a lot of stuff. I know you wanted to do a me and you ep before you head out of town. So we've been interviewing a lot of amazing people. So it's always good for a Stevie and Mike episode, S&M episode, if you will. We're going to talk some fun stuff today. Let's start off with your fire sale. You went down to Houston and did a fire sale on all your furniture.
Yeah, man. So I shut down 5 units in Houston. Finally happy to be out of that city. My favorite city, by the way. But yeah, just for short-term rentals, not a fan. Unless I'm buying. But no, I got out of there. So I had, and it really wasn't the saturation. It was really bad management. And this kind of is a learning lesson to you guys when management changes hands. And like when you put in maintenance requests and they don't respond to them, have your VA create a document for every single time that something happens. Like we went through everything. I think we had like 10 water issues where there was like completely no water in these units. So it was a partnership deal. It was a total of 13 units we had at this building at one time. And then we slimmed it down to 7, still wasn't working. So we cut it to 5. I have the last 5 and I just ended up cutting it. So I went to Houston, posted it for sale, and somebody actually bought all of it. And the person who bought all of it actually is from Dallas. So they're going down there and grabbing all of it and shooting back to Dallas. So
holy crap. You want to give them a shout out or just?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, shout out to Amelia. She bought it. Oh, also, yeah, I could shout her out because she's a listener of the show. Funny thing is, when I posted it, she's like, oh, you're getting out. And I'm like, well, I'm getting out of Houston. She's like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, good. Because I've been following you for the longest time. She's like, I remember when you guys first started Live, Let, Thrive. She started telling us the backstory. I'm like, oh, crap, you're a listener. So yeah, shout out to Amelia out of Chicago, who now lives in Dallas, who's setting up units here. So shout out to her. She bought all of it. She was like, hey, so I'm like, hey man, I can't just like stop people from coming. I'm like, would you be cool putting down a deposit? She was like, yeah, just send me a video. So me and my sister went over there and she just did a video of all the units, sent her the video. She's like, I'll take it. And did this half the deposit.
So she's a designer, right?
I'm not sure if she's a designer, but
okay.
It's a design. It's actually a mood board designed furniture by by one of Sarah's people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the people, when they seen it, they're like, damn, this is nice. You know, even my sister was in there. She's like, you sure I can't buy some of this stuff? You know, my sister tried to buy it. You're like, it's nice. So, and I was actually shocked the furniture held up as well as it did. And of course, we have an amazing cleaning team down in Houston. Shout out to Liz with Heaven Sent. If you need a cleaner in Houston, since I'm out, I will give out her information. No, I'm joking. But no, Liz in Houston with Heaven Sent, honestly, the best cleaners in Houston, hands down. So yeah, that's basically how I got out of Houston and shut down my last 5 units. So ramping up on buying now, man.
Man, if she would have told you beforehand, you would have saved you a trip. Just here you go. Here's the door codes. Go pick it up.
I wish, because I actually have to take the locks off. I had to get my Stay-Fi stuff out of there. You know me, I'm real big on branding, so I had to get all my branded content out of there. All my Airbnb pillows, mugs, refrigerator magnets, all that stuff out of there. But other than that, yeah, man, it was cool. Man, I was like, man, I'm blessed that she was able to grab all of it. And she was like, man, I'm so happy you held it for me. I was like, oh, hell yeah. That saves me time, saves you time, you know. Yeah, if you want all of it, take it, you know, she's going to go set up some units elsewhere. I was like, cool. So,
dude, that is cool, man. Just loaded up the U-Haul.
Yeah.
So, okay, an oversaturated market like Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is there a way to be successful in such a market?
In my opinion, I think the way to be successful is to actually own in Houston. The people that I know that are kicking butt out there actually own units. If you own and you're not paying, especially right now with the rents going up, I kind of made a TikTok about this, but like when rents are going up, and you're signing arbitrage leases, you can make, let's say you make your profit off of it. But what happens is in slow seasons and if times get rough, you still have to make that inflated amount to make money. But you'll have to come down. Like, let's say you just say, forget it, I'm just going to break even. You have to come down while that break even cost, it might be what they might still be paying lower than that on their mortgage and all their utilities because they own the property. So in Houston, like there's people 4 bedroom houses renting it out for $95 a night. And people are like, why is this guy doing this? He's ruining the market. Like he probably's paid down 40-50% of his mortgage. So if he paid that down, he can do that, and still make money, and Houston's a very operating expenses dependent market, operating expense market where your operating expenses determines everything because there's so many people in there. If you don't have the right operating expense and you're a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment competing with a 3-bed, 2-bath house who has $500 less of operating expenses than you, and he's decked out with the same furniture as you, hard to compete. You know what I mean? It's one of those type of markets.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, but everything I'm saying is when you're dependent upon Airbnb. If you're, off the platform, have other ways of coming in, then it doesn't affect you as much. But people that sitting on Airbnb, it get ugly down there real quick.
Yeah, we have 2 townhomes down there, and it's actually been picking up pretty good, man. Because they do good as more midterm than it is short-term rentals. Because short-term rentals is just crazy, but midterm, it's a nicer place to stay midterm. It's like a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, double, 2-story townhome with a garage. That's a bonus, So it definitely, it's doing pretty good. It had a rough, of course, everybody had a rough September. It's crazy. September just like drops off a cliff, man. I would plan all your maintenance and all of your switching out furniture in September. Might as well just shut it down. There's no point to it, man. I mean, you can make a little bit of money, but I would just plan all that stuff around in this area. I don't know, it goes market to market, but this area September is just rough, dude. Everybody's getting their kids back in school, right? And they're not traveling no more, and it's just actually towards the end of August into the beginning of September. But then October, man, football season picking up, man. Like it's funny. Said,
it's funny, I'm actually doing that right now. I'm actually about to head to one of my units and change out a bed that just broke. Hopefully it's my last one. And I got to get a brand new couch in one of my units. So I'm shutting down 2 units to kind of revamp the place. So yeah, that's a very good idea.
Wood slats?
No, metal all the way.
Well, what happened? How did it break?
It was the old one.
Yeah, the old one's wood slats. Yeah. Freak,
they said the kids were jumping on it. I'm like, you sure you weren't jumping on it? No.
Yeah. Freaking Dickie. No, the last house we purchased, right, over there in Grand Prairie. So we got our cleaner to set up to do the design and set up all the furniture. She worked through like a local furniture place and everything, got it all set up, made it beautiful, right? And anyways, went over there and looking at everything, and I was checking the beds, and yep, reeking wood slats, man. I was like, oh man, dude. I said we need to get some they make the skinny, what are they called? The skinny, not the mattress, but the box spring. You seen those? No. They make the skinny one. It's like 6 inches or so. They're not, because the big box springs are pretty big. So if you put a box spring on those beds, it would pump it up really high, right? But but they make these skinny box springs that you can put above those wood slat beds, and then just put the mattress right on top. Boom.
You mean like a box spring? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, skinny. They call them as skinny ones. Yeah, you can get them somewhere. Go to the hood and go tell Paco that I sent you.
They fell off the truck.
I got a little oil on them, but it's all right, man. It's a good price, right? So that's cool, man. That's people got to know about the fire sales too, man. I'm glad you found somebody. It would have been a long weekend over there trying to get rid of things. People not showing up and all that crap.
I know. I'm like so happy I was able to get it on because I've been advertising it for like a little bit about 3 weeks now. 3-4 weeks I've been advertising it, and someone came and was like, "Oh, I seen it. Can you, and picked it all up. Got lucky, man. Blessings."
So one thing I was asking you about putting putting all your properties, renting them out to your LLC, right? We talked about it on the show before, and to the specifics on doing it, we're not a legal show, everything we say is just for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. But I talked to Doug too. I texted both of you guys. I was sitting in the middle of doing it, and he said he's going to send me some copies of how he did it. And he said, always, I said, even if the company's in my name and say the properties are in my name, so I'm going to rent it out to myself. He goes, this is how you do it. You rent it out from individual, Steven Suarez, whatever, to president Steven Suarez, so the president of the LLC, right?
Okay.
President or CEO or whatever you signed up your LLC as, because you're not now. That's the business, And now he goes, and that's the big mistake. If you rent it out just to Steven Suarez to Artist Rentals, LLC Steven Suarez, and you don't specify that it's a different, it's a president Steven Suarez or CEO Steven Suarez, that it's not going to hold water. And I was like, oh, he's always do that. Always put that title. The specific title, otherwise it doesn't hold water.
See, that's why I always do it with my wife and then with me. She's the CEO, I'm the operations manager. So, and actually it only works if like if the property's in our name, she'll just say Mahogany, or me, I own the property and I'm rented out to the CEO of Airbnb, and it goes to her. And then that's how we do it. So yeah, that is very important. I haven't done the ones where I'm the one both signing it, but I see how to do it, listening to it that way. Got it. Because Mahogany just do it.
It just adds a layer of protection, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I was looking at today. Getting landlords. Here's the thing for arbitrages out there. We're dropping gems, right? Getting landlords to actually do repairs. To do to needed repairs, let's say an outdoor patio or a fence or something like that, right? I found this little, I would say a little hack, right? It's a little tidbit of information that's actually, it works, so one of my my landlords, I was signing up our properties, our houses with the city, right? Grand Prairie. And so one of the things they got to do after you submit all the stuff, they come and do an inspection, right? And so anyways, they were doing it, and they came and did their inspections and this and that, and they approved us for the permits, for both houses. And he did point out a patio, the patio structure, the wood was rotting, and we noticed this patio was pretty ugly, but it really needed some new boards and stuff like that, or a new patio, or take the damn thing down, whatever. So he said that needs to be fixed. It's considered dilapidated, right? And so I sent a message to the landlord. I said, hey man, he goes, how did the inspection go? I said, everything went good, but he did say that that thing needs to be either fixed or taken down immediately, and so it kind of get the city to light a fire under the landlord's.
Now, this is an arbitrage property or property you manage?
It's an arbitrage. It's an arbitrage property that we're arbitraging. And we've told them, several times, hey, could you look at this? Because it's getting, pretty bad, or, or people look, there's a fence that needs to be fixed. It's a thing. Yeah. Landlord's already got you locked in. It's a house. Those repairs are big repairs, right? Doing a fence, that's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Doing that patio, that's thousands of dollars, unless he does it himself. And he likes to do everything himself. But kind of like put it on whenever you get your inspections done, if you do everything on the up and up and you get a property, an arbitrage, a house or whatever, and you get the city to come inspect it, just put it on the city. Say, hey man, the city said that thing needs to be fixed immediately. Yeah. And then that kind of, that holds more water than you telling them, hey, could you fix it so I can get more bookings or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, put it on the city.
Now, I have a question for you. With him being one of the guys who does his own repairs, now, is that a good thing? Saying that, okay, if something breaks, he'll come fix it. And then how hands-on is he with like operations? Is he the type of guy to show up? How's his relationship with that arbitrage? Because this is really good.
No, he, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because let's say an apartment complex, yeah, you fix the dishwasher, it's broken. Okay, they'll put a work order in, they'll get it fixed eventually. At least they'll get it fixed, most of the times. But with the landlord, individual landlord, this particular landlord is more hands off. I don't hear from him for weeks, for months. The rent goes automatically. I told you he's old school. He wants a check, right? So But you get, I know it's weird. Whatever. Hey man, I'm still writing off the rent. Whatever. I don't know what you're doing on your end. It's not my business. But I'm writing off the rent and I'm putting it as a rent paid every week. And you go, oh, here's a hack. If you have to write checks every month, which is weird. I forgot how to write checks. You can go to whatever your bank, chase.com, and you can go in there and type in who you want a check to send to every month from your account, and they'll automatically send it out for you. You don't have to freaking write a check out or go get checks or order checks, write a check out, put it in an envelope, put a stamp, and no, you don't got to do all that. Just put it through your bank. I did that with my HOA too. My HOA at the house we bought is old school too. They want you to mail a check to them. They won't take it in person. They want you to, so same thing, went to Chase, and then they send them the HOA check every month. So anyways, I didn't mean to get off topic, but yeah, he does like to fix if it's a higher dollar. If it's a small thing, like, hey, they're gonna go into the sink, it's leaking a little, they're gonna do some this and that, it's gonna be about $100. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it off the rent. I'll go ahead and do that. But if it's something like bigger, $500 or more, he's gonna want to go look at it and fix it. He might not always fix it the best way. He'll fix it in an economical way. And so yeah, that's a double-edged sword, man. He does stay out of our hair. And I remember you told me a long time ago, the sales pitch you tell to landlords is anything under $250, we'll fix it ourselves. So you don't always, you kind of nudge them along, see if they're gonna do it right. But push comes to shove, we'll fix the smaller issues ourselves, and it just depends on what kind of landlord you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, with a ton of freaking problems you get there day one, that's kind of BS, right? That house should have been a little bit better put together. You didn't know what you're getting into, right? So
now, have you dealt with actually negotiating that from jump?
The repairs?
Yeah, like if you walk into a place, you want to arbitrage it, and it's just kind of like falling apart in there. Have you guys went in and been like, hey, if you fix all this stuff, I'll rent it? Have you done that?
Now, it's funny with this one, we got good terms because of that. And I thought I would be able to finesse them into getting some of the stuff fixed, but I'll never do that again. It has to be everything good day one. That's not worth it, dude.
What challenges did you run into?
Like I said, he'll go and put some, duct tape on something to fix it. He's a good dude, but he just, you don't want to spend the money, and that's understandable. He's a landlord, whatever. But I want to get things fixed at my houses, right? Correctly. I don't want to keep doing it over and over again. And so he wants to do things himself.
He's a self-employed slumlord. No.
I hope you ain't listening. You're a cool dude, brother. I love you. Thank you for everything. But yeah, the place was a little older and it could have used some things, and I thought we could get some things done, but it's been pulling teeth. So I'll never do that again. I'm gonna go into the place that's make ready, or say, hey, I want to rent this place for 2-year lease, whatever. But are you gonna be able to fix these things before my lease, before we sign? And then I'll sign. I'll give you the deposit, whatever you need. But don't go into it hope. It's like going dating the chick, or a chick dating a dude, or whatever, however you want to mix them up, and thinking that they're gonna change that person, right? Yeah. You go into it, that person's hot, everything. I see this little red flags. I see that, but I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna get them. No, it ain't gonna happen, right? So don't date the house, And so I always check the house's foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
Or you mentioned getting inspections before you rent a house from somebody, right?
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm real big on that. If you get the inspection done, because what happens is this is the good thing about an inspection report. If you take it to them and be like, look, this is what the inspection report says. So even if you want to sell this bad boy, this is what's going to come up. So you kind of make them look at it like that. Well, oh shit, I'm losing. This is really my equity right here. Shit, all the shit that needs to be fixed is going out the window if it's on the official inspection report. I'd pay the extra fee for the inspection report. And what you can do is pay that extra fee for the inspection report. And if everything goes good and you get a lease, then my guy Los put me on this. Instead of charging a deposit, charge admin fees for people that are going to stay long term. Yeah, I was like, oh, he's like, don't think about it. What does an apartment do? They don't even ask questions. He goes, they'll charge you all these admin fees. You don't know what the hell that shit's for. It's all made up. I was like, oh, yeah.
They've been screwing us all our lives, apartment complexes, man.
They got security deposits, first month rent, last month rent. Oh, yeah, admin fee. Hell's this admin fee? But that's what he does. He charges everything in an admin fee package, and then you can start recouping costs of like, inspections, things of that nature.
Yeah, because like an inspection is what, like $300, right? More or less.
300 to 500 it can be, depending on size of the property. You know what I mean?
So how do you let them let you do an inspection before you sign a lease with this
Let them
house?
know it's part of the process. Hey, we have to get the property inspected for our current insurance, for our current insurance policy.
And so do they make you put a deposit and then you get the inspection, or how does it work?
Have them do it beforehand. Be like, hey, if you're once he agrees to the business model and he's willing to lease to you, just let them know that you have to do an inspection for your insurance purposes, and let them know you use proper insurance. I mean, of course you don't need it, but I mean, just saying, hey, they're going to ask me all these questions. I need to make sure the property's in well-standing condition. Yeah, I would definitely do inspections, because that also is a very good way to have them fix it if he's going to, or have them hire somebody to fix it. So let them know, hey, that your house is not going to shit, but it's certain things in here that need to be looked at.
Yeah. And what have you learned that you would do different than how you've rented houses for arbitrage in the past?
What I would do different?
Yeah. What else would you do different that you didn't foresee would be an issue?
Mine's mainly been inspections, dude, because even this big, huge house, it's going to be turned into a management deal here shortly, but we're doing arbitrage on it now. It's certain things I would have had inspected, like pipes under the house, just a full inspection. That's really the main thing, because it's things that come up. Inspections, and then longer leases for sure. Yeah, I would do 2-year minimum lease. Shout out to our guy, Calvin. He just got a 4-year lease out in North Carolina. So yeah, I would definitely do longer leases and inspections, especially on houses. On apartments, I would, now on apartments, what I would do is, if I was to ever pick up more apartments, I would get in writing that the management has a certain threshold to fix issues. I would even I'll be really aggressive, because I don't even like apartments. So I'd be really aggressive with it. Like, look, you have 24 hours to fix any work order. But remember, if you're going to do that, you have to go in with leverage. You need I would say at least minimum 10 units at that place.
And what happens if they don't fix it in 24 hours?
Breach of contract, you can cut the lease. Because if I would have had that on those Houston units, it would have saved me a lot of time and money. If we could have just walked out, breach of contract, we're out. You know what I mean?
They were just being slumlords on y'all.
Basically, yeah. Because I mean, you'd have water line issues. Water gets backed up. They'll have to shut the water completely off. And the thing is, they'll shut the water off during the middle of the day, them assuming, oh, people are at work. But we cater to traveling nurses. We're right there in the Texas Medical Center. They're at home at that time. They're like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So it's, and I understand, like, they do cut it off during the day, but sometimes it was at night. Now you have the leisure people complaining. They're like, hey, it's no water, so it just was a bad deal. We were there for like 2 years too. It was a really good, we were in there for like 2 years, and man,
just went to shit.
Yeah. And of course they changed management. It's one of those things. And we got Sean coming on in 2 weeks. That's something I'd ask him too. What kind of contingencies do you put in place if management changes hands? And, because that's one of the biggest killers when it comes to apartments, is management changing hands, right? Because that's been a big, huge killer. But me personally, I would be like, look, I'd put it in writing. You have 24 hours to fix these issues. And then if new management comes in, introduce yourself and be like, hey, this is the current contract that we're under. I know you guys don't have to renew, but please honor it, So
here's what Mikey Brown. So I was talking with Mike Brown the other day, and we're talking about these units over there, some units in Dallas, right? Skyrise, whatever. And I'll tell you more about those. But he's like, well, you better watch. You got to watch out with those. He goes, if it's a newer complex, they could be just trying to fill up all the units so they can sell it to somebody else. And then the next person that buys it, they'll put it in their own management. And then after your lease is done, they say no more Airbnb and kick you out.
Correct.
I was like, damn, I didn't even know. I didn't realize that they were doing that. They're just trying to fill them just to sell them. And then as soon as that's done, you got 1 year. Hey, hopefully you recouped your furniture, right? And then now they kick your ass out. There's no more Airbnb.
That's what happened with the places down in Houston. Because like after they bought the building, right? They revamped it. Like when I went down there, I was like, holy shit. Like they got brand new, painted the office. So like when new people walk in, they think it's nice, but it's really broke down in there. They think it's nice because they got the office leasing building pretty. They got the big, huge, nice sign out there. But you get in there, man, it's horrible. But and also another reason why they weren't really focusing on maintenance was because they're putting all their money into revamping the current units. So in like 3 years, that is going to be a nice apartment complex. But right now, if you need a maintenance issue, they're putting it on the back burner. That ain't worth their time and money. Sadly. Wow. Yeah.
That's how it is, man. What can you do? So that was a good one. Admin fees. I love that. Now we're turning into what we hated as growing up, right? They kept screwing us. Then we're going to screw the next generation. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I was going to ask you real quick with the money tightening, right? They're trying to tighten the money supply. So how is that affecting like HELOCs?
I don't know right now. I got my HELOC a long time ago. I was screaming to the top of my lungs, telling people in 2020, go get a HELOC. Man, I don't know. I was just in PNC about a month or 2 months ago.
Real quick, HELOC is a home equity line of credit.
Yes, a home equity line of credit. Basically, they take the equity that's there and they'll go up to whatever percentage minus how much you owe, and that's how much you get. So basically, when I went to PNC like 2 or 3 months ago, now I do have a relationship with them and I already have a HELOC with them. They did tell me they were going up to 80%. So, and I already have like a $70,000 HELOC on my property right now that I can use whenever. I'm already using like a third, almost half of it. So, which is going to be, and I got, actually, funny thing is I have my inspection for my electrical at my rehab going on today. So hopefully that gets passed. So we can get that thing done. So we can get that HELOC paid off and go get another one. But yeah, you can definitely look at PNC. They were doing like up to 80%. So you just got to call around. Funny thing about banks, I'm actually about to be next week. After I come back from my conference, I'm going to be talking to banks all week because funny thing is, I tried to pull out of Arkansas, but man, the market shifted so much. Dude, the foreclosure site's just like loaded with nice ass properties. I'm talking like stuff built in 2014, brand new brick homes, garages. I'm like, damn. And the only reason I knew, because, I bought a property off the auction one time, right? So, after you buy, they put you in like this little, like this little email list. Hey, if anything comes up, and they give you your own remote bidding specialist, as they call it. And like, if anything comes to market, like any like foreclosures, they tell you about them. They slide it to you like, hey, these are coming to market and you can bid wherever you are because we know you've closed one. Man, they were sending me shit and I was like, damn, like this shit's like, these houses are probably worth like 220. The auction starting off at like 75 grand, and I'm pretty sure I was this, and I don't know if it's legal to do this, but I was going to just call the owner and just ask, I was going to pitch it like I didn't know that they were in foreclosure and ask them, hey, how much do you own your property? Kind of just talk to them and build it up. So that's actually one thing I'm going to be talking to my mentor about. Because, dude, so then I know what to bid on it. You know what I mean? Because the market has shifted. It's so many houses out there in foreclosure. Evictions going up. It's like, it's a fire sale right now if you can get in.
Holy crap. Just in Arkansas or all over?
Well, the ones I was looking at were in Arkansas, but I'm pretty sure it has to be all over. Like I'm talking, dude, these houses were brand new built. People in foreclosure, man. And, wow. And I think a while ago, I think when the pandemic started or a little bit after, we said, no, it was when when the pandemic started, when what was those things called? The forbearances. When all that stuff starts running out, and they'll, that stuff starts running out, bro.
Oh, dude, sticker shock, because they got to refinance out of that crap, right?
I think some of them did.
If they owe all that money, they have to refinance it.
Yeah, if they
and then they went from 2% interest on their mortgage.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
It is almost 7% now.
I think some people did do that. But I know some people, they did it at the very end of the loan.
They just added it on the end.
Yeah, on the end. But I don't know.
That didn't affect them nothing then.
Yeah, but some people don't read the fine print. Some of them might have got it. Hey, at the end of the forbearance, you need to balloon pay us everything you owed. And then I know some people. I remember we had that forbearance specialist on the cast, and he was like, I got Chris. He said, yeah, sometimes they'll tack it on to the very end, which doesn't have an effect to year 31. Hey, you got a fat ass payment there, but
that's you refinance again by then.
Yeah, you can refinance. Yeah, man. So it's crazy. You're talking about banks, man. I'm going to be on the phone with banks all next week I'm going to be calling local credit unions to the area. And I'm just going to and the funny thing is I got this from the Bigger Pockets rookie show. Just tell them what you want to do. Like, hey, I'm trying to buy these houses out of the auction. I got cash, but I really rather finance it, see what kind of loans you could work with me on. Because, dude, it's crazy how many, man, if you go to like the foreclosure site, man, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Like even a lot of my peers, they're doing that. They're just hitting up pre-foreclosures right now, and they're getting a lot of hits. So,
wow.
Yeah,
that's nuts, man. I saw something on that was pretty funny the other day on Yahoo News. I was looking at it was this guy who bought a trailer home in LA, right?
Yeah.
So there's trailer parks popping up in LA. He bought it for like I think $130,000 for a trailer, right? Plus you got to pay rent to be on top of this thing.
Yeah.
A trailer that you would pay, you would pay what, $30,000 here. Of course, LA is going to be more expensive, and you get like a little bitty plot of land, I think, but you're renting it. You don't own nothing, right? And then plus that trailer you bought, it's going to just depreciate in value because trailers appreciate as where homes appreciate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he just was happy to get to be paying with the $130,000 mortgage, or was 130, and then plus the rent he has to pay for that plot. He's paying for around $2,000 a month to have his own spot in LA, which that's cheap as fuck, right?
Yeah. Damn. Is he renting it?
He's just using it himself. The thing is, I'm sure that little plot of rent's gonna go up every year for sure.
I don't know how taxes work out there. Yeah, it depends on how the taxes. I think California taxes I know they're high as hell, but
yeah, they tax the hell out of you over there.
Shit. Yeah, if you pay property, they pay property taxes over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Shit. Yeah, never mind.
You're thinking of a play?
No. I was saying that's one of the reasons. Like, if you look at parts of the South outside of Texas, there ain't really much property taxes, but there's no appreciation, right? So the cash flow is heavy because there's no property taxes. The property tax, if there are, is like what, $1,500 to $1,000 a year, for real. So like you go to certain places where that doesn't exist. Now the appreciation's not there, but shit, your cash flow's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So
until the wrong politician gets in and say, hey, we can make a lot more money by raising these things over here.
No. They make their other money elsewhere. Like they tax you on like vehicle taxes. That's really high. So what I've noticed in every state that I've lived in, they make their money elsewhere, right? So in Texas, you don't pay income tax. So you'll bring home most of your check, but they're just going to tax the hell out of you on property. The other states, they're going to tax your income, but you don't pay property tax, or like the property tax is really low. You know what I'm saying? So every city, every state has their caveats. You just got to learn them and then learn how to find the loophole and finesse it.
Yeah.
So like in Texas, that's why I came here. I was like, I can get a high paying engineering job and just pay the tax.
Right. There's always a way to do it, man.
Always.
What was I going to say? Snagging listings from tired Airbnb hosts. You done any of that?
I'm not, but the funny thing is when I posted that furniture, that's what everyone hit me up about. Hey, so why are you selling? Can I take over the lease? I'm like, oh my God. And I hit up Norm too. I hit up Norm, my partner, and I was like, and he didn't answer the first time, but I forgot to ask him. I was gonna ask him, like, dude, I don't like doing bad business, but shit, they keep asking. We could just really give them these leases and let them deal with the headache. I could, but I'm like, I just don't like doing business like that. But people kept getting annoying. I was like, dude, no. But that's what people are. That's the heavy play right now, is picking up. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. That just like what they're doing is they're picking up the lease with the furniture inside. I'm like, I don't know. You doing it?
Because they pretty much want the furniture this super discounted or free, right?
Yeah, because they basically turnkey in it. They want it turnkey. So even the girl I sold it to, she was like, I was like, look, you can have the linens and everything. She was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So she was like, so she hopped all over it. I was like, I'll give it to you turnkey, because it was easier that way than deal with someone who wants to pick each piece apart. And I'm like, I really don't deal with. Hey, can I get a discount on this? Like, look, that's what I told them. I was like, I gave them the cheapest price. I was like, look, you can have 5 units, $5,000, 4 1-bedrooms, 1 2-bedroom. So somebody came and got it. So, it's, that's a play I noticed people are doing. It's just a lot of it's okay. Look at what we were just talking about earlier with people changing management. And you also have the fact of you don't really know the management. So and then how do you know that they're cool with you doing that? So many things that can kind of, go wrong in that.
No, we've picked up 3 already that used to be other people's, And the thing is, 2 were in a complex that we're in. So we know the management team, and we know pretty much how much they do a month, right? So we were to pick those up. Yeah.
Were they and they were cool, since they already knew you. They were cool with you picking them up.
Yeah, I called the leasing manager.
Perfect.
I know her by name. And I said, hey, I'm looking to grab this one. Could we just do a brand new lease? Either transfer it over or do a brand new lease, whatever you want to do. Are you cool with it? And she even, because the people we got them from, other people were inquiring to pick them up, but the leasing manager told the renter, said, hey, we know Steve and Federico, we know them. We'll let you transfer it with them. You know what I'm saying? We'll let them take over the leases, no problem. Someone else, they still got it. Anybody else, they got to go through the process with us. They got to have this kind of credit score. They got to have this kind of, 3 times the rent, all that stuff. We're going to check everything. So we're just going to let you know, if you want to go through them, we'll fast track it. And then they'll, we could have it in their name tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he goes, but anybody else that you bring in that's interested, they're going to have to go through the whole process and put and then pay for the application and all that stuff. And hopefully, we still have to approve them. But Steve and Federico and them, they're already good. They have several units with us already. So it was a breeze, Okay. So we had a foot in the door on 2 of those units that we had at the same complex. And we picked up, this was kind of in-house kind of deal, because it was a house that our cleaner she wanted this house like to arbitrage. We told her, hey, this opportunity came up, and anyway, she really didn't want to be at that house no more, for whatever reason. I said, okay, we'll take it over. And that was good for us too. So we got those 3. And I'm always looking at here's the thing. People, when it's always funny, we hate giving away the secret sauce on this show, but that's what we do, right? And most people,
we love it.
Yeah, most people won't do nothing with it anyways, but maybe LT fans are different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyways, so we're talking about what were we talking about?
Taking over leases.
Taking over the lease. So here's the thing. The man, it totally slipped my mind. Oh, when you reach out to these people that post on a Facebook, page, or post anywhere, that you see, and I'm sure a lot of people DM them and stuff like that. I send them a DM. I send them what my company does, how many units we run. Here's our professional website. Shout out to Boostly. And we have a professional website. Here's all the units we do. We could take it over. I'll go look at it tomorrow. I could take it over this week, as soon as possible. I'm not going to say, hey, maybe, sort of, kind of, because we can do this. We get approved everywhere we go. we got a high credit score. We got all this stuff in place. We know what we're doing. So if you want to continue doing it and you just don't like the management part, we can take over that. We're fine doing that. Or if you want to, just give away the lease, we can take over the lease too. So you just go in there with yeah.
See what you just did, and this is what I tell people: you hit them with multiple avenues. Hey, I can manage it for you. I can take it over. Or you can go ahead and get rid of it. So you give them 3 choices. That's what I tell people when approaching property owners. I'm like, the reason why a lot of y'all, like I said a long time ago, I said, I've met people who walk away from $1 million because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're coming in with one pitch. I'm only pitching arbitrage. Dude might have wanted to sell the damn property. You're walking away from it. That's what I said, man. Know every single avenue, all the tools on the tool. That's exactly what you did with that pitch. Hey, I can take over and manage it. You don't want to do that? You just want to get out? Hey, we can take over the lease. You're winning every step of the way and you're helping the person. Love that pitch.
That is true. So that's my pitch. I just go straight at them, tell them you have a track record. You know what you're doing. I even say, got a popular podcast, Live, Let Thrive. Check it out. Learn some information. And they say they like me. You get a personal relationship. You talk to them on the phone. That's the thing people don't do. They don't talk. Yep. They'll send you a DM. They'll send you a freaking text, whatever. But you talk to them on the phone. Tell them, hey, if I like it, I'm gonna pick it up. As simple as that. And or manage it for you, or I could do this. We can manage it, and we can bring your profits way up because we know what you're doing. Are you getting your bookings gutted? Are they just taking your weekends? Tell me what's the problem here. And because they all say, oh yeah, it does good. And then you dig in a little deeper. Well, the weekends get booked. That's dude. Anybody can get their weekends booked, right? That's the thing we talk about on the show all the time. Anybody can get their freaking calendar gutted right down the middle, but
gotta offer those right discounts, man. Gotta know how to fill that week up.
So I'm big about picking up the from the tired. It's funny because back in the real estate days, they say picking up from tired landlords, right? Picking up properties from. And this is the same concept, right? You're picking up from tired short-term rental hosts. And I love that. I solve a problem for them. Yeah.
So right now in y'all business, what direction are y'all going? Are y'all just picking up arbitrages, picking up new ones, or picking up existing ones? What's the focus and direction of y'all business right now?
It's kind of it's at times it's frustrating to have a partner, but it's good because ultimately it's good because you have 2 minds working the same problem, right? Mm-hmm. And here, case in point. So I saw one of Sean's videos the other day. Every time I look at a Sean video, I get inspired, right? I'm like, dude, Federico, he picked up 50 units while he was at Burning Man and shit. And so he has over 150 units now, man. Our goal should be 200 units. We should get 200 units. And he goes Federico's like, slow down, man. He goes, we don't want to pick up 200 shitty 1-bedrooms. When he goes, we want bigger. We want houses that do, a lot of money. He goes, instead of picking up a 200 1-bedrooms in Dallas, that's how many millions of headaches is that? And he goes, facts. Whereas if you have just a few houses that are doing great, that's a lot less headaches and it's a lot more money. And I was like, yeah, he slowed me down, dude. Because I got obsessed with that number, that 100 mark. Oh, the 150 mark. Oh, 200 mark. It's just
at this point in the short-term rental space, it's no longer about quantity. It's about quality. How good are these units? You know what I'm saying? Just having that was a few years ago. Everyone running around. I got this many units. Okay. Let's get to quality now, because what's happening is, like you always say, you can't just throw grandma's furniture in there no more. And you got to make sure you're getting a return. Make sure these things are worth it. You know what I mean? I always looked at it like, man, I can go pick up all these arbitrages, but I'm like, that ain't really my goal. I don't want to pick up a bunch of arbitrages. I'm like Federico, pick up quality units. I like houses. I love houses, man. Houses are just easy. So I'm with Fetty on that all day. Yeah. So that kind of slowed me down, man. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Quality over quantity. We don't have to go, get this IG numbers that everybody's going to be impressed with. With. And it's all about, the Ken man. He's making 11,000 on one house a month. Exactly.
What the hell? Why
once he has 10, look at what he's doing. You know what I mean? Now you're making that a month. Think about what you're making a month. So you got to get, quality all day. So yeah, how much quality all day, man? It's that time. So that's why I'm happy I actually shut down those 5 units. It's 5 shitholes, like Federico would say. So, but but yeah, man, it's just what that time, to definitely step your game up, get really good units. Like right now, I'm replacing my couch in one of my units, like I was saying. And I was like, man, I was looking on Wayfair and I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm gonna go to Ashley's and get a nice badass couch that covers the whole living room, because now you're providing quality for people, man. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Just getting some cheap crap. Nah, get some nice shit, man. For real, man.
No more Wayfair, man. But they put a little on the website. They put a little short-term rental button for you on Wayfair. They got hip to the game.
Yeah. No, this Wayfair stuff that I had, it held up pretty good. But I just want nicer stuff in there. You know what I mean? Plus, I think you're the one who said it. Like, you look at a listing, now you just know it's Wayfaired out. You can just look. Oh, this is way. You can tell it's like very noticeable, And I'm pretty. And if we know it, the guests know it, because they're like, oh, it's the same furniture. You got to do something to stand out.
It was cool at the beginning. Wayfair stuff I was like, wow, it's like mid-century modern looking, and then you figure out, oh crap, it doesn't go up anymore. It's stuck in the downward futon position.
Exactly. Man,
we were me and Federico hopped on the Carwells show earlier.
Yeah.
Sarah and Emily, and we had some fun on there. I told her, hey, you need to stop buying those damn canopy beds, man. I got tired of going over there and tightening up all the screws on your canopy beds. Too much freaky deaky going on at those Airbnbs.
I had a canopy bed at one of my units I shut down this weekend. It's a canopy bed in there. Yeah. But yeah, those are old. I'm with the Zenith metal slats, and get you a nice color, different color one, and get you some nice stuff in there, man.
Yeah. Oh, my buddy at work, shout out to Shannon. He's all excited about his Shreveport unit, Okay. And I was telling you, and I said, man, you could buy houses out there that look freaking beautiful, redone inside and out for like 180 grand, man. It's crazy. And I was like, the cash flow on that's going to be insane because the hospitals are there. And I thought it was the LSU, but it's the LSU Shreveport campus. It's right, like walking distance to it. But still, that's not bad. There's still college kids there. They might want to rent it, whatever. And so I was like, I was impressed. I was like, holy crap, you can't get nothing under 300 over here in DFW still, even with the recession or whatever, quote unquote. So, but he was talking about, I want those. I heard about these Xenos beds. Everything he tells me, we've already talked about it 100 times on the show, which is it's fun. But I want those Xenos beds and this and that. And so I told him again, he's like, I just don't know. I'd have to take them over there. And this, and I said, no, dude, just deliver them straight there. Use your cleaner or handyman, whoever you got, now because he's setting up the house, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about getting that. And it's cool. I mean, I know you've probably thought about it too. The Amazon, the Amazon garage is called Amazon Garage.
My Q.
Yeah. And so it's like a code they type in your garage, it opens, and then they stuff like big objects or whatever, anything, and then they close the garage. I was like, that's freaking brilliant.
If you want them to, they'll go in and assemble it. Costs money though, so it's expensive. But yeah, you can have them assemble it.
Oh, I already told him the hack on that. I said get with a decent local furniture store and just order everything there. 3 months, no interest, whatever, and they'll come and set everything up for you. You don't got to set it. You don't got to turn a damn screw or nothing, and they'll make it look nice. So he's hip to that too. We're just trying to help people, Myka.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, man, it's all types of ways to get skin a cat. But you didn't answer the question, man. I was saying, where's
our trajectory
going?
Our trajectory.
Yeah.
To the moon, man. We're going to the moon. So yeah, that was part of it, quality over quantity. We are, and here's the thing. I'm still looking for, if it's a good deal, it's a good deal. If it's an arbitrage that I see, if someone prices at a house at a decent price, and I see there's a lot more, there's a lot of meat on the bone there, and we can make a good profit monthly on it, I'm going to get the house, right? I'm going to arbitrage the house. But the play, and we've talked about it on this show a lot, is I'll still pepper the owner with, hey, if you ever think of selling it, we'd love to buy it from you. Just get it in their head that they're treating my house good, taking care of everything. I don't have any headaches. I don't have no late payments or nothing like that. I like these guys. And if you ever need to use it yourself or family, let us know. We'll get you a great deal. Y'all can go in there and use it, and just keep peppering them with it. If any day you want to sell this house, please ask me first. And then we could work out a good price, and make it nice and painless. No agents involved if you don't want no agents involved. By that time, like Myka said, you can get an inspection done while you're there, right? And so So that's definitely one of our strategies, arbitraging a house with the intent to buy it. So that's definitely, I told Federico, man, I was like, because sometimes he stresses about the houses, right? And sometimes we'll have a month where we'll barely break even, like September, right? He'll be freaking out or whatever. And I'm like, dude, just think of the long play. This is a beautiful house. If we're able to purchase this thing, it's worth breaking even for 2 years if we get to buy this thing at a great price. You know what I'm saying? It's worth getting our foot in the,
on an arbitrage deal or a house you own.
no, I'm saying a house that we arbitrage with the intent to buy.
Okay. Oh yeah, all day.
I said it's worth it just breaking even on this thing, leaving it on the back burner and getting in good with the owner and all this stuff, just to have the chance to buy it first.
Give him the book, The Vacation Rental Bible, man. He talks about that, bro. Having that long-term play ahead, man. That's the thing, man. That's the thing with like people who arbitrage. See, me and you, we arbitrage, but we came into short-term rentals as real estate investors, right? So we look at it different. Like we know, hey, if the house I own or the house I arbitrage and I'm going to eventually own this breaks even, well, you'll cry about it for a second, but then like, okay, who cares? I know in 10 years, this thing's paid off. Hell, I can lower my occupancy rate and be making bank on this thing because I'm going to have more equity. I'm going to, my mortgage payments going down, so it's certain things that, you just have to understand, and that's what I'll be telling arbitragers. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff you miss when you arbitrage only and just don't look at the benefits of owning, man. The long-term wealth is there. You know what I mean? So, man, that's what I'm in it for, man. The long-term wealth in 10 years, because I got 2 properties on 15-year mortgages. So in 10 years, think about that. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and like, smell the roses. Like in 10 years, dude, and if you got them on 30 years and you're, because I'm using short-term rentals to actually accelerate the pay down. So you use that, if you're using the profit first method, you can use your monthly payout, your quarterly distribution. You can actually throw it on your mortgage and accelerate your mortgage pay down. Now you're really making bank. Shouldn't have told everyone that, Jim, but that's really what you're supposed to do. No, I'm just joking. But no, that's really what you want to do. Like if you guys use profit first and you're using short-term rentals, you can either use it to grow your business or you can use it to just pay down a lot of the debt that you have on your properties. And once you pay that down, man, sky's the limit. Because I just need a few more houses and I'm just working on debt pay down. Then I'm going to go back into buying.
Are you Dave Ramsey and some shit, man?
No, I'm profit firsting some shit.
It sounded a little James Ramsey to me. Pay off that debt. Pay off that debt. See,
this is one thing I don't do. Like a lot of people, they always say refi. I only refi. I'm to the point I'll only refi out. I'm trying to become the bank. So when I pay down debt, my whole goal, if you look at my goal behind me, I want $1 million in a line of credit. So what I'm doing is I need enough houses to where it's paying me $20,000 a month on long-term rents. They're all paid down. I have nothing on it. And then I have a $1 million line of credit on that. Then I can take that and do what I want. See, this is a lot of stuff that people don't realize. They always, because Bigger Pockets preaches that. But these people making multi-millions of dollars, they got some shit that's paid off. Like not the Grant Cardones. I'm talking about these other people, the silent people. They got shit paid off. And then they have lines of credit. They are the bank. That's your goal. You want to be the bank. You can be the bank with real estate.
And that's how I've used my my 401k through my company as my own bank too. And then pay myself back with no interest. It's a beautiful thing. Well, no. I pay myself back with interest, but the interest goes to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's a trip, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's good.
Yeah, 401ks, even like SD IRAs, man, self-directed IRAs, all that stuff, man. You can use it for your advantage. Yeah, because I'm about to get ready to do me and Mahogany, because they let Mahogany wait 6 months to touch her 401k, but we're about to take all our 401ks and put them in SD IRAs and see if we can go on a buying spree.
Nice. I love it, man. We already we touched on it last week a little bit, right? Kicking all your home warranties to the curb.
Oh yeah, I canceled all mine, man. I canceled 5 of them, man. On my houses, I canceled them. Yeah, American Home Shield they're just shitty. So I just got rid of him, and then I just hired a handyman to take over everything. My guy Ron, he's gonna be handling everything. So
you said they turned down something they didn't want to fix.
well, not something that you want to fix. So basically, I had an AC unit go out, right? So they didn't have anyone there to fix the AC unit. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I reached out to them, and they didn't have anyone. They were like, well, you can go get an outside authorization. Here's the form, fill it out. Filled out the form, went and got somebody to fix it. They fixed it. And I let them know, hey, the home warranty people, they're going to be getting with you. And I put them all on one email with the form, sent them the invoice, boom, didn't hear from them. So of course, I'm just waiting on them to follow up. About 2 weeks ago, I remember this request was put in July 3rd. 2 weeks, about a week and a half ago. So this is 2 months. The BR McGinty, the people who fixed my AC unit, they're hitting me up. They're like, hey man, we never received payment. And I'm like, the American Home Shield didn't pay you? They go, no, man, here's the invoice. They didn't pay me. So look, man, I was like, man, I like to keep good relationships because you're a really good company. And then they're a smaller company. I said, hey man, here, and I paid them. I was like, let me pay you. So I hit up American Home Shield, and they were like, oh, there was a process that you didn't follow. They were supposed to call us in order to do the outside authorization, and they do it, so we can't pay you. So I was like, okay, so I've been paying you a monthly fee, and you're not paying it out. I said, cool. I said, cancel all my Home Shield policies. So of course, they send you to retention. Retention's like, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I want to cancel all 5 of these policies. They pull them up. It's like, oh, you have 5 policies with us? I was like, well, we see you're on the platinum plan, which is the fastest service plan. You think we can stay with you if you will stay if we give you 2 months free on all the units? I'm like, no. And I'm like, look at what you guys did. So man, I sat on them with like 30 minutes, them just trying to, hey, we'll give you this. We'll give you this. I said, look, pay me out for what you owe me and give me a year free. They're like, well, we can't do that. I said, oh, I know. So cancel and give me my money. And that's what they did. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not using them no more.
So yeah, so the same thing with us, man. It's just, I won't go into it. There's another AC issue, right?
These AC issues, bro.
AC issues, man. Because they and I've heard it from other people before. They don't want to fix the issue. They just want to keep putting band-aids on it. They're not going to ever fix it outright because they still want to keep you paying monthly, right? And then you're gonna pay part of the fix, and then you're gonna pay for the Freon to put. I don't know. They get over on you, right? I mean, they're not in the business to lose money, right? So, anyways, that's my next thing, man. I'm gonna. It just happened the other week, so I need to go through that process. I heard you had to be on the phone for hours in order to get them to cancel. Is that correct? Or you said 30 minutes and you got them to cancel all 5 of them, right?
Yeah. And then, no, that was my AT&T. Doing the AT&T upgrades. I was on the phone for hours. By the way, we need to tell people that, yeah, if you're in an upgrade area for AT&T and they're upgrading to fiber and you got the old DSL stuff, you better call them because they will cut off your stuff in about, I think in November. They're basically just cutting your service because they're going to fiber. But no, yeah, it just took me about 30 minutes to get it all.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier on one of our calls that I don't have AT&T unless they offer fiber. So they're great. They're the fastest thing around with fiber optics. I mean, it's amazing. But if they don't, it's like it's slower than what they offer. If they don't have fiber there, it's slower than Spectrum. So I just go with Spectrum. So I don't have any of those switchovers to do. But yeah, man. So the Home Shield, fuck Home Shield. I'll say that on the show because I mean they screwing me over now. They screwed you over. But at least it's a month to month, right? You can quit anytime. You don't have to keep paying for a year, right?
Yeah, you can quit anytime.
Okay. So
yeah, they tried to send me a cancellation fee. I sent them back to that email. I said, man, I'm not paying this, and I sent the invoice of what they owed. They then sent back like they put a negative on the account. All right, fine. So yeah, man.
A cancellation fee, these mother lovers. So yeah, unless they come sponsor our show, fuck Home Shield. I'm just kidding. Either way, we're gonna let them sponsor our show.
Hell, sponsor, man.
And so we figured out if you're doing this, if you're doing buying houses and stuff and accumulating more houses, it's better to just have a handyman on retention, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely. And you can save you money in the long run if you have enough. See, and once you realize, once you're scaling up and you have enough properties, you can just hire the handyman full time. Then you may even be paying them cheaper than what you were paying home shit. You know what I mean? So that's my goal is scale up to enough properties to where we can have our own cleaning company. And me, you, Fetty, and Mike, we've been talking about that. Our own cleaning company and our own handyman service. Then we just put them on payroll. Yeah, write-off time, baby. Then hey, we got taxes coming out and everything else. So
nice, man. Sorry the Hogs lost. Jerry's upset. Jerry World.
The funny thing is, I was actually rooting for him that time.
Yeah,
just didn't pull it off.
Country. Hit the top of the upright. Anyways, that's the Arkansas game that brought a lot of people to town. I was like, holy crap, we're getting booked out for Arkansas. This is crazy.
Hell yeah. That's Arkansas's home stadium. You know who Jerry Jones is? He built that bad boy, man.
He builds a lot of stuff over there for their college. So there you go.
Yeah. The only national championship they ever had. Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones were on the team.
That's a crazy fun fact right there.
Yeah, 55 or 54, one of them. Yeah. The only national championship they have, they were on the team.
Wow, man. This has been a good show. This has been a great show, man. Episode 224 of Live, Let, Thrive. And shout out your company. So people can find you.
Well, yeah, my company's Airbnb. I mean, if you guys are looking, Airbnb.com. But my biggest thing is if you have any properties or know anyone that has anything for sale, Arkansas or Dallas, mainly Dallas, DFW area, hit me up. You have any uncles that are slumlords, own crack houses? We buy crack houses, trap houses like that. Hit me up, and I will definitely be a buyer, and I'll come take a look at it. And Stevie Stacks, what you got?
Oh man, Argest Rentals. Argest is the largest, yo. ARGEST rentals.com. Hit me up. Talk to me and Federico. We'll get you a good deal going. We'll give you some discount because you're a listener of the Live, Let, Thrive show, and we'll take care of your properties and we'll make you a lot of money. We'll stuff your trousers with money, y'all. If you just want to talk and shoot the breeze with me, hit me up too. Find us. You can find me on that site. So argestrentals.com. And you can find Live, Let, Thrive at liveletthrive.com and all that fun stuff. Liveletthrive at gmail.com to send us a message and say hello and come on our show and all that stuff. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, and make sure you are leaving us a like on the video. If you're watching on YouTube, leave us a like, subscribe. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave us a good review. No, give us an honest review. If you don't like us, oh well, let us know. But if you do love us, let us know. We'll shout you out if you do love us. So, thank y'all for continuing to listen to it.
We'll shout out a hater too, but we'll talk shit about him. That's the power play now. I see the gurus they're posting shit that their haters are saying. That's the power play now. I like that. That's a cool move. They're taking the power back.
That's funny. Yeah, it too. But yeah, man, thank y'all for continuing to listen to us. I'm happy we finally got a me and Steve ep in, man. Those are old school eps, man. I love actually hopping on me and Steve and just shooting it back and forth, man. So thank y'all for continuing to listen, and we are out.
Peace.
Later.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.